It's a rain poncho. Because most countries, they'll advertise when a monsoon season starts and finishes, but it changes every single year by 2 to 3 weeks. So I've gone to all over the world, and when I'm thinking that I'm going to get sunny, hot, clear weather, and I have my swim trunks, I should have had a rain poncho. And so that was always have with me in my bag.
Leisure Side is a really good portable speaker. I just never really did that until this last trip, and it was so worthwhile every night. TD usually isn't that great, and if you're just trying to relax, a good, really good sounding portable speaker.
Some people will say, well, I'm in Mexico and they're complaining because of the humidity. They're like, oh, I'm on a beach resort and it smells like fish. I'm like, well, you're on the beach. It's going to smell like fish. But I look at things like, what is the Wi-Fi access like? And is it sturdy enough? And I call the venue, but the venue is always going to lie. They're going to be like, oh, we have Wi-Fi available through the whole property. I'm like, until I get there. So I would recommend is look at third party. There's a lot of those websites, which I'm glad this new one's available to us. Look at those and see other people that have attended this and how they speak about the Wi-Fi in those particular venues.
Definitely understand the country you're going to, and some countries are really well developed and have great infrastructure. Others, you really do have to find that one needle in a haystack kind of Hilton or a nice hotel to really be sure you're going to get something. But as much preparation before, just in terms of just understanding, is this going to be a problem, or is it going to be pretty widespread kind of connections and things?
Always really nice to have, especially if you're in tropical climates. The heat will make you sweat more than you might think, and putting a sweaty body on a computer is almost impossible. It sounds kind of silly, but it's a thing. Working on a laptop in an unair conditioned space at 95 degrees, 100% humidity is miserable. I don't care what anyone says. It's not fun, and you need to kind of keep dry. So quick drying clothes and quick drying towels, you got to have at least one pair of those for sure, just to stay cool, comfortable, because a lot of people don't want to admit it, but you're going to be sitting at your computer for 6 to 10 hours a day. You need to be comfortable. Probably bring copies. I mean, obviously bring your passport and all that, but bring copies of your passport in case it gets lost or stolen, like a photocopy. Yeah, bring an extra bag. It could be something simple, like a plastic bag, but you'd be surprised at how often you've got to kind of like gather your stuff up just to separate things like wet clothes or dirty clothes from other clothes. Have a couple backup credit cards in it. So you got to have a primary credit card and a primary ATM card. They both should have no foreign transaction fees, and you should have backups of each in case you lose them. And you should have your passport and your backup credit cards in a waterproof pouch. And ideally it has a lock on the zipper. And that's kind of your safe. And it might be intuitive, but maybe not to some. No matter where you're going, I don't care if you have a check bag, 2 check bags, no check bags, a roller, bring a backpack with you, or at least like half a backpack, like even a fanny pack. Have a day pack, because you're going to need it a lot with just kind of like random kind of things. I bought like a side satchel thing. I use it all the time because I'm riding on a motorcycle, I'm in a bus, it's packed. You need small mobile backpacks that you just always know your stuff is, and it's always close to your body. I can always feel where my passport, my wallet, my phone are. I can physically feel them on my body. Phone and wallet are in the front pockets, passport usually next to the wallet. And then every other thing I want, portable charger, whatever it is on my body. I can feel it touching me. You got to get in the habit of doing that, because if you keep leaving it in other bags, a lot of times they get lost at airports. The shuttle guy leaves without you. The boat gets them wet. Putting valuable things in your your carry-on, your roller bag, your big backpack, all that stuff is, in my opinion, somewhat foolish, because I've seen so many of those bags get just, the way people handled it's like, I hope there wasn't a laptop in there, or something important, because I can't tell you how many times a bag has gone through a river or a wave hit it on a boat. It's just, don't think, if it's really that important, have it on your body. If you can't live without it, or you can't get home without it, then have it on your body.
I have to make sure I have all of the different software available on various computers, and obviously I have a password vault and things like that, because otherwise it would be absolutely impossible.
So we are going out on a day trip. We're going to do a little bit of scuba diving. So we've got our scuba gear all packed. We got a little day pack with extra money, GoPro, change of clothes, the lock on it, things that you might need for messy stuff when you're looking at it. I always bring some extra Ziplocs just in case you want to keep things dry and be able to keep them unmessy. So throw a handful of small, mid, and gallon Ziplocs to be able to transport stuff so you don't get bronzer or sunscreen, something messy all over your bag and ruin the day. So these chargers are incredible because they have multiple different ports where it can be able to charge all these devices simultaneously. You can recharge the pack for tomorrow, can be able to charge my phone overnight. Concurrently, while I charge my phone overnight on the wireless charger, be able to back up the GoPro footage to the cloud, and then be able to charge any other AirPods or anything else that needs to be connected while the computer charges overnight. So great tip, pack one of these bad boys that has convertible chargers, and for your computer, get one of the extendable charging ports that also has these USB ports built into them, so that you can be able to plug multiple devices.
So